The Chernobyl nuclear disaster.
Like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel for supporting our channel. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to get notified about latest spooky content.
Introduction. On April 26, 1986, the world witnessed one of the most catastrophic nuclear accidents in history, the Chernobyl nuclear disaster. Located in the then Soviet Union, near the city of Pripyat in northern Ukraine, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant experienced a catastrophic explosion in one of its reactors. This event not only changed the lives of thousands but also altered the course of nuclear energy and environmental policies worldwide. The reactor and the explosion. The disaster occurred during a late-night safety test of Reactor 4. The test aimed to simulate a power outage to ensure the reactor could be safely cooled even without power. However, a combination of design flaws and operator errors led to an uncontrollable reaction. At 1:23 a.m., an explosion blew off the reactor's roof, releasing massive amounts of radioactive materials into the atmosphere. The explosion immediately killed the plant workers. The ensuing fire burned for 10 days, releasing dangerous radioactive isotopes, including iodine-131, cesium-137, and strontium-90. These substances contaminated vast areas of Europe, causing severe health and environmental consequences. Immediate response and heroism. Firefighters were the first responders to the scene, unaware of the lethal levels of radiation they faced. They bravely battled the blaze, suffering severe radiation burns and acute radiation syndrome (ARS). Many of these firefighters succumbed to radiation poisoning within weeks, their heroic efforts preventing further disaster but costing their lives. The Soviet government initially downplayed the incident, delaying the evacuation of Pripyat's 49,000 residents for over 36 hours. When the evacuation was finally ordered, residents were told to take only essential items, leaving behind homes and belongings, never to return. Global awareness and reaction. The scale of the disaster became globally apparent when heightened radiation levels were detected at a Swedish nuclear power plant over 1,000 kilometers away. This detection forced the Soviet Union to publicly acknowledge the accident, leading to international concern and offers of assistance. In the aftermath, over 600,000 liquidators, including soldiers, firefighters, and volunteers, were mobilized to clean up the disaster site. These individuals worked tirelessly under hazardous conditions to contain the radiation, often with inadequate protective gear, leading to long-term health issues. Environmental and health impacts. The environmental impact of the Chernobyl disaster was profound. The surrounding forests and wildlife suffered acute radiation exposure, leading to the creation of the red forest, where pine trees turned reddish-brown and died. The exclusion zone, a 30-kilometer radius around the plant, remains uninhabitable, serving as a grim reminder of the disaster. Health impacts were severe and long-lasting. Thousands of cases of thyroid cancer, particularly among children, have been linked to the radiation released. Long-term studies continue to investigate the broader health effects, including increased rates of leukemia, solid cancers, and cardiovascular diseases among those exposed to high levels of radiation. Socioeconomic consequences. The disaster had profound socioeconomic repercussions. It displaced over 350,000 people from their homes, creating ghost towns and a diaspora of evacuees. The Soviet government and, later, Ukraine faced enormous financial burdens related to cleanup, health care, and compensation for affected individuals. Agricultural areas were contaminated, leading to the abandonment of farms and long-term restrictions on food production. The economic cost of the disaster is estimated to be hundreds of billions of dollars, with ongoing expenses for containment and healthcare. Chernobyl today. Today, the Chernobyl exclusion zone is a paradoxical landscape of desolation and resilience. While human habitation remains restricted, the area has become an unintended wildlife sanctuary, with populations of wolves, bears, and other species flourishing in the absence of human activity. The remains of Reactor are encased in the new safe confinement, a massive steel structure completed in 2016 to contain the radiation for the next 100 years. This engineering marvel symbolizes human ingenuity and the ongoing effort to manage the disaster's legacy. Cultural impact. The Chernobyl disaster has left a significant mark on culture and collective memory. It has been the subject of numerous books, documentaries, and films, including the critically acclaimed 2019 HBO miniseries Chernobyl, which brought the tragedy to a new generation and emphasized the human cost and political ramifications of the event. Memorials and museums dedicated to the disaster serve as poignant reminders of the human suffering and heroism associated with Chernobyl. They educate visitors about the risks of nuclear energy and the importance of transparency and safety in nuclear operations. Lessons learned. The Chernobyl disaster prompted a reevaluation of nuclear safety protocols worldwide. It led to the establishment of the International Atomic Energy Agency's IAEA nuclear safety standards and the Convention on Nuclear Safety, aiming to prevent similar incidents. Advances in reactor design, emergency preparedness, and international cooperation have enhanced the safety of nuclear power plants. However, the disaster also fueled anti-nuclear sentiments and movements, influencing energy policies and debates about the role of nuclear power in addressing climate change. Human resilience and recovery. Despite the tragedy, the story of Chernobyl is also one of resilience and recovery. The affected communities have shown remarkable strength in rebuilding their lives. Efforts to document and preserve the history of the disaster ensure that the lessons learned continue to inform future generations. Research and monitoring of the Chernobyl site and its effects provide valuable insights into radiation's impact on health and the environment. These studies contribute to our understanding of radiation risks and improve safety standards for nuclear energy and other industries. Conclusion. The Chernobyl nuclear disaster stands as a stark reminder of the potential dangers of nuclear energy when safety is compromised. It underscores the necessity of rigorous safety standards, transparency, and international cooperation. As we move forward, the lessons of Chernobyl will continue to shape our approach to nuclear energy and our commitment to preventing such tragedies from ever occurring again.